everybody, I'm here live at Titan Gym as Cal State Fullerton kicks off its homestand against Pepperdine University. The Titans will look to continue last year's success in winning the Big West Conference tournament. Hi everybody, I'm here live at the drag show at Cal State Fullerton at the Student Housing Piazza. I am backstage currently, and one of our performers coming back down, just finished one of her songs. Para cualquiera es otro día, pero en la Universidad Estatal de California Fullerton es Día del Norteño, con Martín H. Castro y Arriesgados. Hi guys, I'm Alex Granados with OC News. It is midterm week here at Cal State Fullerton, and I am in front of Titan Student Union, which is one of the most popular spots to study on campus. Join me as I talk to a couple students and see how they prepare for midterms. El FBI arrestó este jueves a un miembro del componente aéreo de la Guardia Nacional en Massachusetts, que se cree estuvo relacionado con la filtración de documentos altamente confidenciales del gobierno estadounidense, dijo el fiscal general de Estados Unidos. Se trata de un joven de 21 años que lideraba un chat de aflicciones a los juegos por donde durante meses fueron compartidos estos documentos, que incluyen información clasificada sobre la guerra de Ucrania y evaluaciones secretas.
Had the best of luck, and some of those calls, I don't know. What do you guys feel about some of those holding calls?
Well, let me go back to the Eagles, first of all. They have the second most sacks in the NFL history, not this season, just NFL history. But who did they play this year? They played no elite quarterbacks. Did they play an elite coach, an elite team? They were kind of exposed this weekend. Andy Reid, oh my goodness. Second half, talk about adjustments. But in terms of that holding call, I know we're going to talk about the one at the end. It's a hold. Bradbury admitted it. You cannot blame the game on that when you gave up a touchdown and then the field goal at the end. You let them score in every possession. So you can't let it come down to just a holding call. So I think the one team I'm going to be looking at is the Carolina Panthers, and everyone's going to be have their eyes on them solely because as of now, everyone thinks they got fleeced on that trade for the number one pick. I mean, they gave up a lot.
They did.
And they still don't even know who they're going to pick. There's not a Trevor Lawrence in this draft. There's not a Joe Burrow, not an Andrew Luck. So there's going to be a lot of questions there, and this is definitely a move made by the owner, Dave Tepper. I don't know how familiar you guys are with him, but he came from the Steelers organization, so he's used to winning. Ever since he purchased the Panthers, he's been focused on winning, but he's also getting really impatient, and you can tell this is a move made by him at the end of the day.
Let's go ahead and start off with the NFL because the first quarterback contract domino has officially fallen as Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts agreed to a 5-year, $255 million extension, which includes $179 million guaranteed and a no-trade clause.
Hurts, who was a second-round draft pick, has improved significantly in his 2 seasons as a starter. In 2022, he threw for 3,700 yards, ran for 760 yards, and threw 22 touchdowns, ran for another 13 with 6 interceptions. After a breakout MVP caliber season, he becomes the highest paid quarterback in terms of average annual value in NFL history.
And for good reason, too. I don't think it was ever a question of whether the Eagles would extend his contract and pay Hurts, but rather the question was if it would be this offseason or in 2024. But now they have their franchise quarterback locked up for the next 6 years.
Not only does Hurts have an all-female management team, but his agent Nicole Lynn of Clutch Sports has now done the biggest deal by a female sports agent in sports history. So shout out to her.
That's right. With one superstar quarterback secured, we will now expect another 3 to be as well very soon. Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and Justin Herbert. You've been thinking, because I know you personally predicted this whole series with the Grizzlies and LeBron, so I just want to get your take as to how you think the Lakers have been holding up against the Grizzlies so far.
I mean, like I said from the beginning, they were missing their center, backup center, so that was going to be an advantage right away with AD. Although AD hasn't been as dominant as I thought he would, you're seeing all the other pieces contribute. You're seeing Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura playing out of their minds. So, also, even though John Morant is somewhat hurt, you notice they play way better when he's not on the court. It's kind of weird. And also when he's on the court, the Lakers are playing their best basketball against them. So it's not an indictment on him, but 2 things can be true. Ja is a really great player. He's your franchise player, but he's a liability defensively, and you're not as good defensively as a unit when he's on the court as well.
True.
Now on to the NFL. With the NFL draft now over, the big discussion turns to NFL draft grades. And for this 2023 season, the story continues to revolve around the quarterbacks.
Yes, that's right. Over the past decade, we've seen how much of a premium it is to put on the position. And for the 9th time in NFL draft history, the first 2 picks were indeed quarterbacks.
Yes, and after moving up from number 9 overall, the Carolina Panthers gained control, becoming the number 1 overall pick in the 2023 draft, and held full control over the quarterback they desired. After much speculation as to which quarterback the team will select, the Panthers have gone on to select University of Alabama's Bryce Young, officially making him the first overall pick of the 2023 NFL Draft.
Yes, that's right. The biggest surprise of the first round, however, was the fall of Will Levis, who was not selected as a first-round pick. ESPN Analytics projected that Levis holds a 92% chance of being selected in the top 10 of the draft, but unfortunately for him, that did not happen.
Once the Indianapolis Colts took Anthony Richardson, it meant Levis would be left waiting in the green room, and he did, for the rest of the night, while the camera panned to him 27 different times. The Tennessee Titans eventually drafted Levis the following night with the 33rd pick. Yeah, I think we're going to see a new Lamar next coming years because we talk about the addition of the 2 receivers, but also they've let go of Greg Roman, who was known to have that running style with the quarterback and the running backs. Their new OC is I'm forgetting his name right now, but it's the guy from Georgia who runs a pro-style offense, so I think we're going to see Lamar throwing the pillow around a lot this season, and in the next coming years, so I'm excited for that.
It up.
Yeah, and real quick note on Steph Curry. Over the past couple seasons, there's been a debate who the best player is in the NBA. It's a lot of Giannis, a lot of Doncic, but you know what? Steph Curry came by Sunday night and he said, "Y'all must have forgot," because he is the best player in the league right now, and he's trending towards top 10 ever. So we got to start giving him his flowers, his respect, because I don't know what it is about the media. We always undermine his game and underestimate how valuable he is, but
1985. That was the last time Cal State Fullerton had water polo teams. Earlier this year, the school unveiled a new Olympic pool, followed by the hiring of former Loyola Marymount women's water polo head coach Kyle Witt. Coach Witt has experience overseeing both men's and women's teams, but now he'll be starting from scratch and will take it one step at a time.
The pool isn't even fully set up yet behind us. It just takes time to get these things done. So again, it's running our own race, it's taking our time and doing it right.
Loyola Marymount men's water polo head coach John Loughran meant so much to him.
He's everything to me because he helped jumpstart my career, and he's been a great mentor, just giving advice and not even knowing he's giving advice, just kind of being around and helped a lot. So the reason I'm here is partially because of him.
Loughran believes his experience at Gannon University will serve him well.
I think that experience will help him a lot, dealing with all the things that each program entail, from recruiting to scheduling to planning to with administration, developing players. He'll have a lot of young players at Fullerton, as he had out in Pennsylvania.
Regular breaststroke, coming back, you're kind of sculling, doing it.
Coach Loughran instilled commitment, loyalty, relationships, and work ethic into Coach Witt, and he wants to continue this and find a team of grinders.
Now that you're here at Cal State Fullerton with water polo, it's going to be tough too. So we want kids that are gritty, that are willing to fight, that have fought for everything they've got so far in life, and will fight for what they have here. So
once Witt gets the program up and running, Loughran believes he's bound to do well.
Definitely think they can be competitive in the Big West. You look at your basketball programs and all your other programs, baseball. I think he could be just as successful as any sport in the athletic department at Fullerton.
Witt has always emphasized athletes as academics, and he'll continue his no-nonsense approach here at Cal State Fullerton.
So again, the way we do it too in this program, we'll bench you if your grades aren't up to par, we'll keep you out of practice, we'll do all that kind of stuff. So we'll do what it takes to make sure you understand how serious we are about that.
Although the men's team doesn't return until fall of 23, Coach Witt has his hands full with the women's team, who will begin their season this spring. I'm Alex Granados with OC News.